You want to feel fucking old?
No.
Well, too late. You're going to feel fucking old.
My birthday's this month. I don't want to feel
Solid
old.
Snake, Old Snake, MGS4 GIF right now, right?
The initial arcade edition release of Street Fighter 4 was 2008. That was 10 years ago.
Oh, it was 2008. Yeah, the console was.
It's been a decade since Street Fighter 4.
I've got one for you. Like I was talking to people about Warframe and about how I play with the controller and not a mouse and keyboard. And I said, well, back in the day when I played Day of Defeat, I used to be way better with mouse and keyboard than I am now. It's a skill that you... Like, no, that wasn't that long ago. That was only like 15 years. Oh, man, that was 15 years ago that I played Day of Defeat. More even.
I don't really have the
point is that I was like, oh, that was like a couple summers ago in my head.
Okay.
And then it was like, no,
not at all.
That was decades.
Yeah.
That was decades ago.
No.
I'm old enough to measure things in decades, and that sucks.
I mean, it's weird to think, oh yeah, fighting games came back, and then it's been 10. Since that happened.
Since we're back.
Fighting games have been back for about as long as they were dead.
As long as they were dead. That's what I was about to say. And it's weird.
Except for Deception and Deadly Alliance, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but those were the deadest fighting games of all.
You mean holding down the entire FGC?
Yeah, holding it down. pushing our faces into the dirt.
I love
with
this.
stance switch combos of the worst order.
Custom
characters.
Custom fatalities.
Yeah.
And yeah, stance switch buttons that don't do anything.
Dude. No. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about, hey,
style branching combos.
Start in your
style switch.
Yeah. No, it was stances. They were called stances.
They were just called styles.
Were they?
I'm pretty sure.
Fuck.
Like going from Jeet Kune Do to
then to your weapon style.
To knife.
To Bagua. Yeah.
That's your biggest combo. Always starts in this one stance.
You know what everyone loved about their
so
Mortal Kombat characters? Those weapons they pull out.
Fuck.
That's why we got into those
MK4
characters.
started that.
Yeah, but like but
Sonya Blade takes out some fucking Fred Flintstone club.
Like the ornate like Sub-Zero sword that we all came to know.
Yeah, it was like the icicle sword with like all these. It looks like a Warcraft sword.
Why are you pulling out your toy accessories?
Man.
That would have been great, like a promotion if they had an action figure at the time.
You want to talk about feeling old? I was talking to some friends of mine the other day about fucking World of Warcraft and all the dumb new shit in the expansion. I'm like, oh man, that game came out in 2004.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so old.
WoW was 2K4, yeah?
Yeah, man. Winter of 2K4 came out fucking...
It's like a year after Warcraft
14
3.
years
no,
ago.
Warcraft 3 came out in 2000. Never mind.
Warcraft 3 came out way.
2000?
That's a fucking successful video game.
Oh, yeah.
When you really just stop and like put it all together.
In like 50 years from now, when people talk about MMOs or whatever, WoW's going to be this old thing of like, there was nothing that ever dominated its era like that one, because
no MMO is going to do fucking 14 years?
Like EverQuest was
EverQuest 1 is still on.
Okay.
So EverQuest 1 is like...
I guess.
But 14 years of total dominance? No.
Right. And at what point did WoW's active user cap start to like drop below this?
It was like 5 years ago.
It's all-time high.
It's all-time high. I want to say it was Frozen Throne / Cataclysm.
So 11 years?
Yeah.
About 11 years, yeah. That's still a successful ass
that
video
was like 6 or 7.
It's a good run.
I want to say.
It's a good run.
Like we're like if you look at WoW popularity in the time we are now, it's a bell curve, right? And both ends of the bell curve are really, really, really high. But that middle point was like, oh, the golden era, and then Cataclysm is.
Yeah, I think we're at our Cataclysm right now. 8 years now, so we're about to.
Dude, the dumbest thing ever. WoW's storyline was bad before. It is now the worst thing ever created by a human.
Know.
You know what the fucking premise of the new expansion is? You know the Horde have been fighting for our entire lives?
Yeah.
And the Alliance? Okay, well, they had to team up to fight a bunch of space gods. That seems important. And then they killed it. And then the god left its sword on the planet, and now, despite the fact that we know that there are dozens of other space gods out there that could kill the planet at any time, let's all fight over the mining rights to this sword.
Okay.
And that's the end of that chapter.
Also, in a cutscene, the guy puts the sword in the planet. Dude, the sword is like the size of the moon and goes all the way through the planet. And there isn't even an earthquake.
Okay.
Because
Right.
a few weeks ago I made a tweet saying like Illidan's Storm Rage did nothing wrong, and then I was
wow.
I was very quickly corrected. But they're like he didn't, but then they made sure he really did. Blizzard.
Oh,
Like he didn't do anything that wrong.
Matt, I know you played the old Warcraft games.
Yeah.
Wooly, did you play the old Warcraft games?
Only 3 for like 1 session.
I played
Good
2 and I played tons of 3.
So Illidan's Jesus now.
yeah.
Okay. I always watch the Blizzard cutscenes though because I was a huge mark for 3D Studio Max.
Yeah.
And that was one of
good
their
stuff.
poster boys. And like the fucking Raven cutscene and all that
but
shit.
like
Yeah, so
Illidan's Jesus, and even though he turned into a demon because he ate Gul'dan's skull, he's sitting there talking to Gul'dan because of time travel. It's the worst ever.
if we're ever on that bell curve on the outs, like you said, and we're about to completely drop off, all we have to do is start playing League of Legends.
Yep.
No, Fortnite now.
Yeah, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite's hot.
Okay, trying to watch a movie last night on Netflix. You know, bless your heart.
Play all of them at the same time, whatever the fuck.
Bless your heart. I'm
hotness
sure
is,
you're
right?
a fan. I don't want your Fortnite invites 2 every 4 minutes.
On
I'm just watching a movie on Netflix. Every 2 minutes, 2 invites saying
On
something
what?
on Xbox.
Oh,
something
okay.
somebody
you
wants
can't
you to play.
mute them.
I was going to, but then we play Friday the 13th on either Xbox that we have in the room, so we need the notifications at least
notifications on.
to pop it up. And I'm like, I don't own Fortnite.
It's free, dude.
If you saw me playing Fortnite and you want to invite me, what am I supposed to say?
Well,
to you?
listen.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm watching Netflix. It says I'm watching Netflix.
I think I talked about this on the podcast for like 2 seconds. Did either of you play Fortnite ever?
Never.
No.
I fucking hate it. It feels bad.
Okay.
Like movement and jumping and aiming and shooting, it feels bad.
It looks fine to me, but I'm just not interested.
Yeah, like PUBG is jank and all. And you can't build a bridge
Base.
or whatever. But
in the middle of the fight.
shooting feels fine.
Someone on the forums had a good idea that like there's a thread that popped up on Resetera where they're like the next big thing should be after you get killed in one of these survival games that you're a zombie and you get to just daisy after people that are still alive.
There have been games that have done
chance.
that.
Yeah, probably.
They've all
feel
been.
like
they've all been massive piles of shit, like outside of that feature. So it'd be nice to see it done, man. So I forget where the fuck I saw it, but it's like get ready for Battle Royale to be the de facto multiplayer game for every game that comes out in the next 6 years.
Yep.
You know what should have a Battle Royale game?
You know
Battle Royale. Sorry.
He beat you there because you're hung over. See, that's what you fucking get, you dumb shit.
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cooperation.
Oh my god,
For real, though,
man!
Battle Royale is a fun game type.
I
I could think of other games.
The only
that I would
thing
like
that would interest me, I think, in this type of thing would be a literal battle royale one. You know.
Yeah. Well, then you play Rust.
There's a couple. There's
No, but I want battle royale
no.
with those characters and that bracelet and our necklace and those weapons.
make little minion alliances that fall apart very quickly.
Yeah.
Alliances are hard to do in games because people are assholes and there's no actual problem or risk or anything. Eve's the only one that gets it right because you can ruin your life.
Because there was that Kanan Lynch mode where it was like everyone worked together to get the gold.
Why don't
from
I
the
just
bank.
shoot everyone in the back right now?
One of us is trying to work against each other.
Also, battle royale deserves the money because they came up with it.
Yeah.
So they should get it. They should get paid for that.
Even the name.
Yeah.
Now, Battle Royale is like a generalized
But
fighting, wrestling
But here we
term,
go,
I
though.
guess.
Would you settle? You'll never get a battle royale proper
What
game.
am I settling for?
You're settling for the
Yes! Yeah! Before I knew it was coming. I said yes before M came
you
out.
said yes so loud, I don't know what he said. What did he... you have to settle for what?
I started to say the condemned, but I couldn't get it out.
I don't know what that
The
is.
Stone Cold Steve Austin
Stone Cold
movie,
Steve Austin
where it's
does
the
Battle
exact same
Royale,
thing as Battle Royale.
but everyone's a prisoner.
And he's fighting against Vinnie Jones, and I want to say Danny Trejo's in there too, but I don't remember.
It's convicts.
It's convicts
that's
thrown on an
fine.
island with bracelets.
Okay.
Death Race.
Fucking.
And it's televised for everyone to watch.
When are we gonna get a Running Man game mode?
It's basically Battle Royale.
But with
Well,
like,
no.
really,
It's that Snake versus everyone.
yeah, totally.
Isn't that basically also Smash TV?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Running Man.
Smash
totally.
TV
Running Man is
a
Smash
direct,
TV.
Is a direct, like, if Running Man didn't exist, they wouldn't have come up with that kind of generalized idea.
Man,
Yeah.
Running Man's fucking.
And I think the announcer is what
Running
gives
Man's
it.
great.
The announcer gives it away.
Yeah.
you-
He looks exactly like
Good
the
luck.
same announcer.
You'll need it.
Great cash prizes.
Yeah. How was your week?
Oh man, I want to
Did
start.
any of us play Battle Royale?
I wanted to start
Fortnite?
with Woolie's week. Oh, now I'm sad.
Or you can just trash on Fortnite for longer. I don't mind that. That's cool.
I didn't play it long enough to be able to trash it that much.
So
That's the problem.
Well, did you play it long enough to dissect?
I played it for about half an hour.
What appeals to Drake?
Oh yeah, it's the most popular thing ever for the broadest possible audience.
Yep.
But
That's what appeals to.
okay, but Overwatch
Celebrities.
Overwatch is broad and popular.
It's
and
not as broad and popular as Fortnite
no.
is.
But,
Yeah,
but I
sure.
mean, in terms of like the hooks, right?
The hook is somebody said, "Hey Drake, you want to play this incredibly broad and popular game so that you get more popular?"
All right. Well,
And then Drake went, "I'm in a wheelchair."
he's not in a wheelchair
didn't say that.
anymore. He's out.
But it
now.
worked, right? It was the most
Yeah.
viewed thing ever on Twitch.
I said
think.
Drake as a replacement for everybody.
It's free.
But it's not. Okay. So are you saying that the Warframe fears that we had all directly apply
To Fortnite.
to Fortnite?
So actually, it's PUBG enabled Fortnite's success
yes, it did,
Yes.
very clearly.
because PUBG
It
was
didn't have a Battle Royale mode before
PUBG was fucking hot.
Yeah.
And everybody going crazy for PUBG, and PUBG's super huge in China. And then
Yes.
Epic came out and said, "What if it was free though?"
right
That's it.
Then they added Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, that's
to the building thing. Okay. And again, and is part of it?
and the other thing that
it's the
Epic,
console thing, right?
yeah, the other thing is it's
the
on
console
consoles,
thing.
and
Yeah.
it works on consoles,
Right.
unlike the trash fire Xbox version.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I prefer the way PUBG feels and looks personally, but that game is still a fucking jank factory. It's like it's super weird top to bottom, and it feels like an unfinished
It
shit
is.
game.
It does look unfinished. Yeah.
Whereas Fortnite is like super polished. Like it's not Blizzard, but
It's Team Fortress 2 looking.
You can feel it.
Yeah,
and like
no, it looks like Team Fortress
but
2.
like even the main menu, like buttons do things that you would expect them to do, and stuff like that. So like the game you pay money for looks like a jank shit compared to the free one.
I was always confused because they teased Fortnite for a long time before it came out. They showed little bits in this and
There was a
development
period
diaries.
where I didn't
never
believe
knew
that
what it
game
was.
existed.
Yeah, I thought it was a concept. Like, you know how Gears of War was spurned out of that Unreal 3 engine thing where it was just a bunch of weird monsters.
Yeah.
It was a weird mishmash of
It was
different
supposed to be like a base
disgusting
building game.
Yeah, and then it turned into Gears of War eventually, or some of the monster designs were lifted. But Fortnite was always like, what an awful name. 2 weeks?
Yeah, but you're in a fort.
But it's forts.
Because it was supposed to be like it was supposed to be more like DayZ,
Yeah.
and then the new hotness became.
And the characters are just really, really unappealing to me, where they're all just
Can you
people
spend
with
money
guns.
on things
They
in that?
look
Are there mini buys in that?
Oh, yeah,
too?
totally.
Like, how does it make money? Okay.
they are the probably the most disparaging thing I can say about the way Fortnite looks like those Korean TF2 knockoffs.
You know, it looks like, remember Agents of Mayhem?
Yes.
It looks like those characters where I'm like, I can't even remember you. I mean, that just points a finger at me saying, oh, well, that's why you liked Overwatch. Because I'm like, look at these really fun characters.
Why are you laughing so hard?
I'm just like, it's the thing the kids love, and we're like, we can podcast a solid 3 hours on not giving a fuck about
on
it.
this game, two of us have not played.
That we have never touched, have no real knowledge about, And ultimately, it's just
the
like
most popular game in the
they
world.
don't
we're
know-
not going anywhere, man. We're fucking. Our momentum is where it's at, and this is the exact reason
I'm
why.
just talking about why it didn't appeal to me to like look at
We're
it.
sitting here, man.
Like when Overwatch came out, like fuck, I want to play that because I got interested in the characters in the world and whatever.
Yes.
And in this, never got that inclination at all.
I am the stodgiest and most crazed of us all, and I'm the only one who even dips my toe in. And often, and most times, I go. "Ugh."
But it's like a lot of the time, it's like if the genre doesn't even interest me, then I'm like, why would I bother? Because I know a lot of people. I'm hearing a lot of people,
Battle
buzz
Royale,
about a thing.
Battle
but then
Royale
like,
is a genuinely good game mode that all you personally need, Wooly, is to be attached to a game that you like better.
Yeah.
Like the core concept
I agree.
is a blast.
Yes, I agree. I would take a game that I like the gameplay of and add the idea of survival with
Like
a large group of people to that, which sounds incredible.
I forget what the name of it is called. There's a team making what is essentially a melee battle royale game.
That's great.
Which
that's it.
I think I know it. I think it was one of those Amazon games that got announced and then just never came out.
I saw a trailer for it relatively
as an Anarchy Reigns type mode, even.
I would Anarchy Reigns on a big map, and you kill people.
Yeah.
And
No. Super clear that is
like I always had the dream of the fucking fighting game MMO. Right, but screw that. Just make it a character action game battle royale.
Many people have, and the first I can remember was King of Fighters Online, made in Korea, where you'd walk around the very clean Southtown.
Yeah.
All right.
There, two words should never be put together, and that's three words: Southtown and clean.
The prettiest, most cleanest resort Southtown you've ever seen.
Fuck you.
And you'd agree to one-on-one people, and then you'd get into your little fights.
Or you take Mortal Kombat Deceptions Conquest mode, where you're walking around all the different realms and just put it online.
Yeah.
Which they should.
Yeah, hey man, you know what I'm just thinking?
Megabucks.
You know what game's might be knock fucking Fortnite off its throne, even though it's not free? Is Red Dead. Because Red Dead's multiplayer is supposedly going to have a battle royale mode.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's huge.
And GTA 5 online, despite being trash, is the most popular thing ever.
That's
to the point where I remember when we were in the States to go to MagFest, there were this old lady Uber driver was telling us about how she blows every night playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online. Wow, okay.
Yeah. DFO is a thing.
What?
Dungeon Fighters Online.
Oh, yeah, that continues to exist.
That is a thing, too, that is a bit of that, MMO-ish beat-em-up action fighting thing.
So we dunked on Fortnite?
Fortnite can suck my whole asshole.
Game we've never touched.
I touched it.
Fuck that game, right?
I touched it, and I didn't like it right away.